Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, congratulations to Ijaz Nisar and the entire team for putting up such a great conference today. And thank you very much for inviting me to this conference. My name is Bilal Moti. I'm based in Dubai. I run my professional services company engaged into valuations of properties and assets, building consulting services, and the real estate brokerage. I'm very thankful to Ijaz that I'm put and honored to speak together with the excellencies, the ambassadors, the excellency, the minister. Although I must say that I am a very common man, but I may not be unsuitable to speak here because I'm a Pakistan's voice at one hand, and on the other hand, I think I'm also a decent representation of the world. There are two areas I would like to share my thoughts with you today. One is, does Pakistan have opportunities in the areas of trade and industry? And the other segment that I would like to touch upon is the trust for growth, which is the main theme of the conference. Opportunities in Pakistan. I was privileged to attend a conference like this about 5 years ago back in Karachi, and also was a speaker. And the first question that was asked to me was, what do you think about the opportunities in Pakistan? Now, I may not be as best a speaker on that as you all are, because you know Pakistan's opportunities very, very well, perhaps better than I do. But let me give you an external view. People say that United States, so my answer was, and I still keep my position, that people say US is the land of opportunities, Europe is the land of opportunities, certain parts of Asia, Middle East especially, where I come from. Indeed, they offer a lot of opportunities. But I maintain my position that Pakistan is indeed the best land of opportunities. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, there was more clapping last time than now. And I can understand that, because if I look at the economic fundamentals of Pakistan 5 years ago, when I spoke and said Pakistan is the best land of opportunities, and if I look at those fundamentals today, unfortunately, we are at the similar level of GDP. We are maybe about 20% increase in the exports. We are doubling our imports to 85 billion. So I know my statement sounds very, very weak, but it's true. Why do I say Pakistan is the land of opportunities? If you look at the country, you know, we're talking about 900,000 square kilometers of space. It's huge, ladies and gentlemen. It can do so much, and it still is, fortunately or unfortunately, an agrarian economy. So a lot of agriculture. I come from a mindset where we should not pay anything in terms of food for vegetable and fruits in this country. It should be free. There is so much of agricultural land available, and how fertile is this land? What is happening is a different story. But if everything is happening right, it should be free, because it's such a big land of agriculture. We have 4 seasons, we have mountains, we have sea, we have 250 million population, which is not robots. They are human beings with minds, hands, capabilities. So I really believe that what should have been done in this country is completely ununderstandable to me. Let me give you the example. I live in the UAE. United Arab Emirates is the country of 10 million people. 10 million people versus 250 million people. The GDP of Pakistan today is about $400 billion, right? And to be very honest, I don't see much change over the last many years, with due respect to the excellencies here. GDP of UAE is more than $500 billion, 10 million population. There is one more country I represent, and that is Netherlands, because I'm a Dutch citizen. Netherlands population is 16 million people, 1/6. The GDP is $1 trillion. So definitely there is a lot of growth and opportunity if I look at it from the positive perspective. I only have limited time, so I will not go too much. But think about, even if we forget about exports, which is meager anyways, and unfortunately it is not being blessed for many reasons. But if you look at even the local consumption power of this country, look at the educational requirements, look at the medical requirements, look at the oil and gas requirements, look at the food requirements, look at the tourism. Oh, I had a beautiful opportunity a few months ago for the very first time. And guys, I'm really, really, really proud of Pakistan. And I'm really proud of the blessing this country has. If you go to places like Hunza, Skardu, Gilgit, first time I did this 2 months ago, and I'm very well traveled, okay? So I can, my voice on that particular subject is quite strong. There is no country like Pakistan in terms of beauty. The natural resources we are all aware of are fully abundant in this country. I think the orchestra has to play this country way better than what we are doing now. That's my few pieces of thoughts about the opportunities in Pakistan. The second subject that I would like to address upon is the trust. The people ask me, when I meet new clients, people ask me, what do you sell? And I say, I sell trust, because I'm into professional services of valuations. If I don't sell trust, I cannot do the business properly. This applies not only to my company, it applies to every company, every business, every service, every country. If we don't sell trust, we should completely forget about investors coming in Pakistan. We should forget about bringing Pakistanis like me back in the country for investments. So, trust is the most important thing when we want to develop a company or we want to develop a country. Unfortunately, what state Pakistan is in today, I don't want to dwell upon that more because we all are fully aware of it and you are aware of it more than I do. But let me just share some views about what is required by the foreign and the local investors in the country as an external view. I think the first and the foremost thing that can strengthen trust in this country is our realization and identification of where we stand today. Do we really realize where we are? Are we really serious how grave this situation is? If you look at the poverty line in this country and the people living underneath, it's disturbing. So first of all, we need to really realize where we stand and be serious about this. 2, the commitment. Do we have enough commitment at all levels to do something about this grave situation? So my first step, if I was the Prime Minister of the country, and I don't know how many federal ministers, maybe the Excellencies can guide me, how many federal ministers do we have now? About 30, 40? 70? 17. I'm sorry, I am not following the Pakistan's politics too much. But let's say 17 foreign ministers. For my humble opinion, and it's one personal view, please. The first and the foremost requirement of the country is justice. I am not from Tehreek Insaf. I'm not from PTI. I'm not from PMLN. I'm not from People's Party. I'm not from any political party. But the first and the foremost thing this country requires is justice. The law and order situation, a legal system, If you don't bring it up, whether we like it or not, and we keep our eyes blind, forget about the investments and development of this country. So the reason I asked the question, how many federal ministers we have, if I'm the Prime Minister of the country, and this is my personal voice, please don't take it any way politically, I would make all the 17 federal ministers the Minister of Justice for 1 year. All of them for 1 year. And I say, let's focus on one strategy, one agenda, one plan. Get our legal system right. 2, the other thing that investors look at in order to restore the trust and confidence, or even Pakistanis for that matter. I mean, we all know how many Pakistanis are leaving this country at this point in time. We all know how much foreign investment is coming in. Basically, do we have enough rules, regulations, standards, policies about what we want to do? And if we do, which I'm sure we have, do we exercise them for the benefit of a common Pakistani like me and for a foreign investor who is coming in there? Extremely important point. I'm not going to go more in detail about this. The third thing, in my humble opinion, is do we have enough welcoming facilities provided to the local businessman and to the local or international investors? Again, guys, I'm not here to say critical things about Pakistan. That's definitely not my objective. I love Pakistan. Pakistanis are the best. I really, really believe in it. Pakistanis are the best people I have seen in the 50 countries that I've traveled. When a bag is left in the taxi in the UAE, it's a Pakistani driver which carries that bag with 1 million dirhams and give it to the police authorities. Guys, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen like that in real world. Pakistanis, in my opinion, are the best people in the world. Most talented people in the world too. Pakistan is the most blessed country in the world, and I am very proud that I'm a Pakistani. But having said that, constructive criticism is something that we must always do as long as we are respectful and as long as we are basically speaking the truth. So with this, thank you very much for listening to me, and if you have any questions, I'm always available. Thank you.